Here with us now, retired Air Force Brigadier General John Teichert. Always wonderful to see you. Thank you for being here. So, President Biden, many Democrats are focusing on the urgency of these funds being needed for Ukraine. And Kelly highlighted some of those clips. Republicans are saying, hey, wait, we need to secure our own border first, at the very least at the same time. So the White House is reportedly set to get more engaged in this conversation this week. How do you see all of this playing out? And do you think we'll get a resolution before Congress leaves for a Christmas break?
Kelly, it's pretty clear that right now the United States is weighing how to proportionately allocate our resources to a variety of crises around the world. That includes what's going on in Ukraine, what's going on in Israel, what's going on in the Western Pacific, and what's going on in our border. And Congress is rightfully trying to be good stewards of the resources that we have as the United States of America. And while President Zelenskyy is a compelling figure, he also needs to spend some time today, maybe he already has on the Hill, being informative about how he has been transparent and accountable for what he has already spent, and a theory of victory that will allow us to understand the resources going forward that are needed to produce the outcome that is good for him, but more importantly, good for the United States. And
we'll certainly see if those concerns specifically are addressed. So Senator Chris Murphy, he's a lead Democratic negotiator, as you know. He said the current demands by Republicans were, quote, unreasonable, that they were playing games with the security of the world by linking the military aid to the U.S. border security measures. But do Republicans have a point that securing our border should be the first pursuit in order to keep Americans safe?
Kelly, we even heard from the FBI director last week about how there are multiple warning signs about imminent threats within the United States, including members of Hamas, an unknown number that are already here in our country. And it certainly is part of the national security profile of the United States, maybe our highest priority, to make sure that there is security at the border and that we can unravel this multifaceted crisis that exists down there. That's a national security crisis and a public health crisis and a public safety crisis and a humanitarian crisis.
And the numbers really are enormous. We were just highlighting some of the aid that's already gone their way. So according to a recent poll that we did here at NewsNation, we know here in the U.S. support for funding the war in Ukraine, it's still strong, about 60%, but it has fallen off since this conflict began. So how much of an impact do you think that is having specifically on the discussions that are happening right now at the White House?
Kelly, I think it's important that even from Zelenskyy's lead generals, that they're in a current stalemate. And right now with the stalemate, there's no clear path forward to achieve the types of objectives that we've heard from President Zelenskyy. And part of the reason that American support has fallen off is because while Ukrainians have been very brave and skillful in fighting the war for the last 22 months, there's no clear end in sight that would meet our objectives and Zelenskyy's objectives. And we need to figure out how to best allocate our funds to manage that portfolio of national security concerns around the world.
All right. Retired Air Force Brigadier General John Teichert, appreciate you weighing in as always. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.